Let's have fun! Making some mango flavor bunny shape dinner rolls.
Hi everyone, Easter is just around the corner. I'm excited to share a fun and delicious recipe with you. Mango bunny buns. Now I know what you're thinking. Mango pudding disaster. Don't worry, this recipe is a creative way to save the pudding and turn it into a delightful Easter treat. These adorable bunny-shaped buns are soft, fluffy, and bursting with sweet, plus a flavor of ripe mangoes. They're incredibly easy to make, even for beginners. I will guide you through every step of the process, from rescuing your mango pudding to shape and baking your bunny buns. Let's hop into the kitchen and start cooking.
First step, let's prepare the mango starter. Get one fresh mango, wash, and hold the mango on a cutting board with a sharp knife. Slice off one side of the mango. Take mango half and score the flesh in a grid-like pattern, being careful not to cut through the skin. Invert the mango half and get out all the mango fresh. It's about 213 gram mango. Using handheld blender, puree the chopped mango until smooth. Pass through the sieve to reduce any mango fiber residual. Next step, make the cornstarch slurry. In a small bowl, put on 20 gram cornstarch. Whisk together 1/4 cup of milk. Mix them until smooth. Set aside. In the medium saucepan with our mango puree earlier, bring in the remaining of the milk. 178 ml milk minus of the 1/4 cup that we made slurry earlier. Mix in 40 grams of raw sugar. If you don't have the raw sugar at hand, you can replace it with any caster sugar or brown sugar. Head over to the stove. Bring the mango puree mixture over medium heat. Slowly whisk the cornstarch slurry into the boiling puree. In fact, the story behind why I use this unset mango pudding to mix into my bread is because both mango pudding made with starch and tangjong bread utilize a similar technique involving starch to achieve a desirable texture, which is called gelatinized. Continue whisking until the mixture thickens and bubbles, about a couple of minutes. Cornstarch is mixed with milk to create a slurry, while in tangjong bread, flour is mixed with water to create a rice-like paste known as tangjong. I will explain further on my episode number 3, tangjong origin and how to make tangjong. Both concepts are quite similar, which is using the starch paste to retain moisture and create a soft texture into the bread. Once done, remove the saucepan from heat and stir in 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Hence the reason why my aha moment when transform my unset mango pudding disaster into a delicious mango flavor moist bread and make it to a bunny shape to celebrate the upcoming Easter. Go back to my mango pudding. Divide the pudding evenly to molds, cover the plastic wrap, and refrigerate it for at least 4 hours or a couple of days just to set it. Well, just to correct, we don't need to set this pudding, but whereas we will use that as our mango starter called Aka Mango Tangjong into our bread making. Now, let's move on to our straight-through process of homemade bread. In large mixing bowl, whisk together 12 grams of corn flour, aka maize flour. Second ingredient is 100 grams of plain flour. Next ingredient is 420 grams high protein flour, which is we always call bread flour. It is high gluten protein flour. To elevate the flavor of the bun, I include 40 grams of full cream milk powder. Due to the sweetness of mango pudding, I reduced the sugar level of the bread into half, which is 40 grams of raw sugar. Again, you can replace it with any brown sugar, caster sugar, or muscovado sugar. The most important ingredient of the bread is this 12 grams of instant dry yeast. These are all of our dry ingredients. Now let's use our mixer clean bowl. Mix together of 4 tablespoons Greek plain yogurt and add on our mango starter, which is around 300 grams of mango pudding. Or shall I call them mango tangjong? Well, the ratio is actually quite different from the tangjong 1:5 ratio. Add on 2 fresh eggs inside the wet ingredients. Incorporating fresh eggs into bread making can result in bread with a richer flavor, softer texture, enhanced color, and increased nutritional value. You can only find it in home-baked bread. Add in a pinch of salt. Now add all the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients and mix until a dough forms. We will let the mixer to do its job. While it's mixing, let me explain a little bit further what is straight-through bread making process. Straight-through means known as direct or straight dough method. It's a straightforward approach to make homemade bread where all the ingredients are mixed together in few steps without pre-ferment or extended resting period. Well, the pre-ferment here is talking about porridge or bega, where I will explain a little bit further in the upcoming episode series. At the same time, I can't deem as my mango pudding or starter as pre-fermented. Well, it's just a disaster from the pudding making process previously. Now, while you can see the dough starting to form a little bit, it's time for us to add on the butter content. I'm using around 40 grams of butter. Obviously, cut into the chunks and slowly incorporate it into the dough. The dough requires to be kneaded until it reaches the desired consistency. This step is really important to develop the gluten in the flour, which gives the bread its structure and texture. Well, I get a lot of questions normally asking, how can I know my bread is almost done? Every mixer is different. The time, the dough, the moisture of the dough is different. But one thing can tell you is when the dough starts to not sticking the ball too much, and you can try to do the window test pan. The window pan test is a technique used in bread making to determine if the dough has been kneaded sufficiently and developed enough gluten. When a piece of dough is stretched thin enough, it should be translucent like a window pane without tearing. This indicates that the gluten network has been adequately developed and can trap gases produced by the yeast, allowing the dough to rise properly and resulting in a lighter, more air texture in the finished bread. Once past the window pane test, cover it with plastic wrap and let rise in a warm place for 1 hour or until double in size. Now it's time to test our dough whether it's proof enough. A well-proofed dough will typically double in size and appear puffy and airy. You can punch the dough. If the indentation remains and slowly fills back in, the dough is likely adequately proofed. Well, you can lightly press using one finger instead of punching. This is how typically I release the stress from work anyway. Check out the link below for these viral shots on how I punch the dough for releasing my stress at work. Make sure your work surface is clean and lightly floured to prevent the dough from sticking. Prepare a digital kitchen scale if you have one. Gently deflate the proof dough by pressing down on it with your fingertips or lightly punching it in the center. This releases some of the gas trapped inside the dough. Then use a spatula, or I'm using bread dough scraper, to divide the dough and cut it into a rough circles depending on the size of your dough. If you have a kitchen scale, weigh the entire dough mass to determine its total weight. Note that the total weight for reference when dividing the dough into portions. I always have calculator handy as well at the side of my workbench. Using this multi-purpose bench scraper, divide the dough into portions according to the desired weight. For example, for the bunny body, aim for 60-gram portions. It's about a palm size of the hand. And for the ears and the tails, aiming for 10-gram portions altogether. It's really up to you how you like the bunny ears looks like and also the tail. Now what I'm showing you is to do the bulk divide for bunny ears. Take one portion of the dough and roll it into a long rope or cylinder shape on a lightly floured surface. Use the bread scraper to cut into equal sized pieces for the bunny ears. Cut through the middle to spread it evenly. Now the tail part is super simple. Just take a portion and roll into the cylinder shape. Use the bench scraper, cut into half and cut 5 portions each to become 10 little mini bunny tail. Roll individual into the round shape and set it aside. The most exciting part is shape and assemble these little cute bunnies. Take out the 60-gram dough and roll into the body. Shape it into the round ball or an oval shape. Continue rotating the dough and folding it until you have created a tight ball with a smooth surface and all the seams are sealed fully. Now take out the bunny ears portion. Roll each portion into a thin cylinder and use a skewer to draw a line in the middle. Stick them onto the bunny bodies and pinch it at the middle of the ears. Take out the bunny tails at the back of the other side of the body and stick it at the back. Put the eyes position in front of the face. Place it at the grease cake pan. Let's have a closer look of how to shape the bunny. First, take out the 60 gram of body dough. Shape the body into round or oval shape. I found it round shape is a little bit cuter and fluffier. Attach both ears in front of the body. Pinch it at the middle and use a skewer to draw the line of the bunny ears. Put on the tail. There you go. It's optional. You can poke the eyes to mark it at the position. I will repeat several times on how exactly to shape and assemble the bunnies, while I would like to share the storytelling why I'm making these Easter bunny buns. Making Easter bunny buns can be really fun and festive way to celebrate the holiday and add a whimsical touch to our Easter brunch or dinner. Here are several reasons why we choose to make Easter bunny buns rather than typically the traditional Easter hot cross buns. This idea is quite similar to my DIY bunny mooncake that I used to do for mooncake festivals back in Malaysia. Well, bunnies are really cute. They are not only delicious to eat, but also adorable to look at for the bun. Shaping bread dough into bunny shapes allows for creativity in decorating, and the most importantly, my son loves it. And the secret is he will eat more, which is my main intention. Secondly, you can't find any Easter bunny bun at the store at Coles or Woolworth at the moment during the Easter. Making Easter bunny buns from scratch allows us to control the ingredients and customize the flavors to our liking. Obviously, freshly baked bread adds a delicious homemade touch to Easter. Nothing beats homemade bread, isn't it? Whether you are hosting a brunch, dinner, or Easter egg hunt, bunny buns can be a charming addition to the spread. Well, back to my bread dough. Place the shaped bun in greased baking chiffon or angel cake pan, which is I put the link in the description. Once they rise until double in size, brush some milk onto bun's surface. Brushing milk over buns before baking serves several purposes. First is to promote browning, add shine, improve texture, and most importantly is enhance flavor. Use black sesame seeds to create the bunny's eyes. Alternatively, you can use raisin to replace it as the bunny eyes. Take this opportunity to beautify the ear using the toothpick to mark the bunny ears a little bit more prominent. Repeat the same process to put on the eyes. If you do not want to put the eyes before bake, the other option is after bake. You can use the melted chocolate just to drop the chocolate as the eyes. Look at them, how adorable are they? I really can't imagine from my mango pudding disaster into this adorable mango flavor bunny buns. Preheat the oven to 160 Celsius degrees. Bake the buns for 20 to 25 minutes or until golden brown. Once the buns are baked, let the buns cool down in the mold for a couple of minutes before removing them from the cake pan. There you go, they are so perfect golden brown hue. Get ready to indulge in the magic of Easter with these mango flavored bunny buns. They are as delightful to make as they are to eat. Let's hope to eat. With their sunny color and whimsical shapes, these buns are sure to bring a smile to your face and add a burst of flavors to your Easter's festivities. Look, they are so cute and adorable flower shape of bunnies. The other option is when you have a different size of cake pans, you can do a 5 and 4 and 3 pieces so that you can stack them into like a Christmas trees. That's what I did previously. Now let's have a look inside the bun. As you tear open the bun, you will notice a soft and tender crumb with a slight springiness to it. The bread will be moist and airy thanks to the incorporation of real mango starter into the dough. I recap my recipe here. Check out the link in the description below for the full step-by-step instruction. Plus, don't forget to explore our other straight-through bread recipe link here and baking playlist for more delicious inspirations. Don't forget to hit subscribe button for more delightful recipes and notification bell so that you won't miss any recipes.
See you in next video. Happy Easter!